I will leave Christianity if you can prove to me that historically Jesus was never crucified. And you can't say that God sent a fake Jesus. You have to actually prove it to me historically. Those who claim that Jesus was not crucified are either ignorant, intellectually dishonest, or just following the propaganda. Let's obliterate the myth that Jesus was taken up and not crucified. The crucifixion of Jesus is one of the best attested to historical events ever, and confirmed by multiple non-Christian sources, which is devastating to any claim that says Jesus was not crucified. Tacitus, a Roman senator and historian who hated Christians, wrote, Christus, from whom the name Christian had its origin, suffered the extreme penalty during the reign of Tiberius at the hands of one of our procurators, Pontius Pilate. Tacitus confirms that Jesus was crucified under Pilate. An extreme penalty refers to the Roman execution method, the crucifixion. Tacitus had no Christian bias. In fact, he despised Christians, so why would he lie? Josephus, a Jewish historian who had no reason to promote Christianity, wrote, Now there was about this time Jesus a wise man, if it be lawful to call him a man. He was the Christ, and when Pilate, at the suggestion of the principal men among us, had condemned him to the cross, Lucian, an anti-Christian Greek writer, mocked Christians but still acknowledged that Christians, worship a man to this day, the distinguished personage who introduced their novel rites and was crucified on that account. If the people who hated Christianity still recorded the crucifixion as historical fact, why are you still denying it? It's very absurd to me how you deny actual history and instead believe a narrative that has nothing to do with the historical events. The Romans simply had no reason to fake the crucifixion. Some argue that Jesus was not crucified and was just taken up, but it's laughable if you consider who we're really dealing with. The Romans were professional executioners. Crucifixion was their specialty. They perfected it. No one survived. In fact, the soldiers, if they failed to crucify someone the proper way, they faced death. The Jews who opposed Jesus themselves still acknowledged the crucifixion. No serious historian denies the crucifixion. Even atheists and agnostic people do not deny the crucifixion of Jesus. You have an atheist New Testament scholar, a liberal scholar ex-priest, atheist historian. Jesus' death as a consequence of the crucifixion is indisputable. That Jesus was crucified is as sure as anything historical can ever be. One of the most certain facts of history is that Jesus was crucified under the Roman governor Pontius Pilate.